My name is James O'Keefe. On August 17, 2009, Hannah Giles and I took our ACORN investigation to San Bernardino, California, one of the most highly foreclosed and economically desolate areas in the country. Hannah posed as the prostitute seeking to traffic in underage girls from El Salvador. I posed as the up-and-coming local politician who wanted to use illicit sex money from the underage girls to fund my future congressional campaign. There was only one employee present in the large ACORN building in San Bernardino, Teresa Kaelke.
My name is Teresa.
Teresa explained she herself used to be an escort and has experience not getting caught.
And I ran a service.
Really?
Yeah. I have some experience in how not to get caught.
ACORN employee Teresa Kaelke also admitted she was no stranger to crime, having shot and killed her ex-husband.
I shot him. I shot him.
Self-defense?
Yeah. And then I just picked up the gun and said, "Fuck you." And I shot him. And he died right there. But before that, I had laid some groundwork. You know, I went to a domestic violence shelter and I pleaded my case with them. And so everybody in town was knowing that this was happening.
Yeah.
After that, Teresa sent us to her friend Jim Miller across the street, who gave us a few extra tips.
You would be competing with all of the black ladies who just briefly walk up and down the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in the $20 to $40 bracket.
Jim Miller even suggested setting up the prostitution business as a small school to disguise the underage girls.
You can set up a 501c3.
Or just
Small
even
school.
a trailer.
ACORN employee Teresa Kaelke then told us she would threaten Jim Miller with his life if he told anybody about the prostitution business.
But as soon as you leave, I'm going to go over and talk to the both of them and threaten them with their lives because I can kill people.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Okay? By the time I'm finished with him, he will think this never happened. I'm the one that did my husband.
And ACORN employee Teresa Kaelke spoke of the politicians in California she lobbies on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I talked to congressmen, senators, assembly people
Really?
every day. Yeah. Gloria Negretti McLeod, Torres. Let's see, Wilmer Amina Carter is assemblywoman. In the 62nd district. Baca is right up here in San Bernardino. Barbara Boxer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Teresa went on to suggest it was okay to induce violence against the underage girls to get more sex profits.
I mean, they pay thousands of dollars more if they're a little violent with these 14-year-old girls.
Again, it's how you want it to be run.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can mold this into anything you want.
Okay.
You know, you can mold it into the level of decency or indecency.
And then ACORN employee Teresa Kaelke told us not to worry about laundering the sex profits into my campaign, as a percentage of the money going to President Obama and the Kennedys can be brought into question.
Do you think every congressman, every legislator, do you think that even Obama, you know, our new president,
Right.
Or any of them, ever actually put down every single resource where they got their money?
You may ask, is that it? No, ACORN employee Teresa Kaelke was just getting started.
Give me the drums. I wanna tell you about a girl I kissed. She was ridiculous, I mean picturesque. Yeah, she was more than looking beautiful. See, she was in the know with the physical. Oh, now it's enough. She was a work of
It's prostitution.
Oh, okay.
And we want to set up sort of like a business to do this type of thing. And
Prostitution business.
that's right. We've been to a couple banks to try to obtain housing, a place to establishment where you can do your work, and we faced a lot of discrimination from many different
Well, I'll
banks.
bet you have, you know, because there are a lot of narrow-minded, you know, one-sided, let's see, right-winged, bleeding heart liberals out there that you know, and they're, I mean, bleeding hearts, not necessarily liberals, because if they were liberal, they would be helping you. So,
We're bringing these girls from overseas,
Well, there
but
you
we
go.
are going to take a cut of the profit, and
Yeah.
I intend to use the profit
Right.
from the tricks the girls perform to
Right.
fund my political campaign and the
Okay,
advertising.
But you see, do you think every congressman, every legislator, do you think that even Obama, you know, our new president,
Right.
or any of them, ever actually put down every single resource where they got their money?
I don't-
Kennedy, they got their money from bootlegging and prostitution. They got their money
What
from
about-
running illegal whiskey. And I ran a service.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Heidi Fleiss is my hero. I understand, and believe me, I do know, because I used to employ girls that would do this because they didn't care. I had women that would take care of every little wish, you know, every fantasy.
We don't disclose, you know. You said you have some experience maybe like 40 years ago, but it still might help
I have
us.
some experience
I'm starting.
in how not to get caught.
Why-
I am the one that did the bookings.
Okay.
At that time, I made 15 grand, and they made 10. That's a lot of money. It was a lot of money for a week.
yeah.
You know, well, for like 6 days.
No kidding.
Yeah. And that was paid up front.
Yeah. In cash?
In cash,
Nice.
yes.
Did
It
you
was paid up-
declare it all, or?
I didn't declare a dime. No,
Wow.
it's cash.
Good. You don't
You know.
have to.
No,
We've been trying to go through the other authorities, but they have been unhelpful with us because of, you know,
Of
they're
course,
just, they don't want to
yeah.
deal with these
No.
sex girls coming in
Right.
performing sex. That they think we don't have anything to do with
Well,
that.
they'll be a client, but they don't want to set you up.
Right.
Yeah, isn't that ridiculous? I mean,
Yeah, it is.